What's up guys, GMT Gub here, and we're back at it with another Lakers video, and this time we'll be discussing a major free agent who's always been linked to LA, Paul George. So sit back and enjoy the video. The image of Paul George wearing the purple and gold has been a constant theme when seemingly idealistic Laker fans assess the team's future. This common trend of hypothetically placing all stars on the Lakers has been entertained by fans before, whether it be Carmelo Anthony, LaMarcus Aldridge, or Hassan Whiteside, to name a few examples. And with the Lakers striking out on all three of those players in consecutive off-seasons, it is easy to see why Laker fans have gotten a bad rap and are often perceived as delusional by other fan bases. However, this new generation of Laker basketball is different. While we can only reference one season, claiming that Luke Walton at head coach is at worst a good fit for this roster should already be agreed upon. Both Rob Pelinka and Magic shouldn't be over-evaluated too quickly, but Magic's charisma and Pelinka's business savvy should bode well for LA's front office in the foreseeable future. In a span of only 3 years, the team has built up a formidable pool of prospects, allowed by the ping pong balls bouncing in their favor to avoid colossal damage from the dreadful Steve Nash trade. Those negative long-term effects will be in the Lakers' rear-view mirror soon enough, as their lucky string of number 2 draft picks will end in 2018, as their first-round pick will be conceded to Philadelphia regardless of its placement. The Lakers have avoided death blows in the draft lottery, a vital key to their obvious upward trend. A way they can quickly reverse that trend, however, would be trading for Paul George. Now, Paul George is a proven top 15 player in this league. He has held his own against LeBron and company in 3 consecutive playoff series, and although he has never been able to advance past the former Miami Big Three, his overall scoring presence and defensive ability has cemented him in the elite ranks of small forwards in today's game. His admiration of Kobe and a childhood based in Southern California make the dots easy to connect, and especially at a time when it seems the Lakers are finally without an identity post-Kobe, it appears as though PG is bound for LA. And what team in the NBA shouldn't want a borderline superstar? Surely it's only right that Paul George gets to have the legendary Lakers torch passed down just a season after Kobe, and his presence can elevate the Lakers to expedite their return to the promised land. For a city that demands winning as soon as possible, why not trade for PG now and then allow this upcoming season for natural cohesion and possibly a playoff berth? One more season of cellar dwelling in the standings shouldn't be acceptable. However, trading for him in this year's offseason can only limit the Lakers' potential chances of winning a championship. Let's consider who they would need to give up in order to make a trade of this magnitude go through. First of all, an easy target has to be the number 2 pick in this year's draft. The possibility of rebuilding around 2 young pieces and a transcendent prospect at number 2, complemented by a potential all-star big man in Miles Turner, has to be on Larry Bird's mind, following a disappointing 42-40 record, summed up in a brief 4-game series with the Cavs. The Pacers simply were a stereotypical middle-of-the-pack team, not good enough to make any noise in the playoffs, yet not weak enough to suffer in the regular season in order to receive a high draft choice. Their 2016-17 season represents an easily comparable struggle of the NBA, one that could be replicated by a future Lakers team supposing that they opt to make their run for Paul George now via trade. Realistically, the number 2 pick alone wouldn't be able to leverage enough for PG straight up. Also, salaries must be evenly distributed, so the Lakers would be forced to give up a player. It seems in this situation, the odd man out would be Jordan Clarkson, as on the surface he is position redundant for LA, and is most likely the least coveted of the Lakers' young core of 4. Even still, it doesn't seem to me that the 2nd pick in Clarkson can command enough value to sway a player of Paul George's caliber to Los Angeles. Sure, PG reportedly wants out of Indiana and isn't happy with management, so the Pacers should entertain all offers knowing that losing him for nothing in the following free agency would be a detrimental blow to the franchise. But the face value in this potential deal should still be analyzed appropriately. Jordan Clarkson has glaring defensive struggles that may damage his ability to become a capable starter, despite his ability to create shots in stagnated offense. Not all number 2 picks have become all-stars as their draft position may indicate. The last 5 number 2 picks, beginning with the most recent, have been Brandon Ingram, D'Angelo Russell, Jabari Parker, Victor Oladipo, and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. With Ingram and Russell, it's too early in their careers to judge. Parker seems to have found his niche at stretch 4, but his left knee is hampering his ability to thrive. Oladipo's most recent struggles came when OKC needed him most, and his lack of scoring efficiency has seen his all-star potential decrease. Kid Gilchrist's jump shot has not developed as needed, but his active defense is allowing him to play a primary role in Charlotte's rotation. While all these players have carved out starting roles, Paul George is a cut above, leading me to believe that replacement of Clarkson with a player such as Julius Randle would be necessary. A big three of Ball, Randle, and Turner, and potentially another young piece, would be nothing for Eastern Conference teams to scoff at in the future. On the other hand, the Lakers would not emerge as winners from a trade like this one, whether they give up either Clarkson or Randle as an addition to the number 2 pick. Sure, they would acquire a perennial all-star, but the liquidation of their young prospect pool would leave them suffering massively in the future. On paper, Russell, Ingram, and George seems to form a lineup that will win games, but without a draft pick in 2018, the Lakers need all the help they can get. Even if they massively overachieve in the regular season, perhaps a season later, and reach the Western Conference Finals, the Warriors will always be there. It's unrealistic to see Russell, Ingram, PG, and Randle outperforming Curry, Thompson, KD, and Draymond in a couple of years. With the Warriors' domination of the West in the near future locked in, it makes no sense to jump the gun on PG. There's too much potential firepower that could be lost as a result. Missing out on adding a player of Ball's potential to this already souped-up young core in order to showcase decent but not dominant play over clear mediocrity shouldn't be an option. The long-term potential reward easily outweighs the short-term improvement. Don't misunderstand, adding Paul George would be a masterful acquisition by the Lakers front office. All they have to do is wait 1 year, and his potential arrival, along with the Lakers' young guns' arrival at their full potential, could create the superior force necessary to claim their crown atop the Western Conference. Whether PG is a part or not, the Lakers have too many young assets to not be trending upward, and this cloud of losing won't surround them for much longer. So guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a comment down below, or if you didn't, you can leave some suggestions for improvement down below as well. And make sure to subscribe, as always, and have a good day. It's your boy DMT Gub, signing off.